The King of the Jungle, a moral story. In the heart of the dense jungle, where the trees stretched high into the sky and the air was thick with the hum of life, there ruled a lion, proud and mighty. His name was Leo, and all the animals in the jungle respected him as their king. Leo had a golden mane that shimmered in the sunlight, and his roar echoed through the forest, a sound that sent shivers down the spines of all who heard it. But despite his strength, Leo had a flaw. He believed that being the king meant he could do whatever he pleased. He was often harsh and demanding, ordering the other animals to fetch him food, clean his den, and do his bidding without consideration for their needs. The jungle that once thrived in harmony slowly began to suffer under Leo's rule. One day, as Leo basked in the warmth of the sun, a wise old elephant named Ika approached him. Ika was respected for her wisdom, and although she was not as powerful as Leo, she had lived many years and seen many things in the jungle. "Great King Leo," said Ika, bowing her head in respect. "The jungle is suffering. The animals are becoming tired, hungry, and anxious. They work day and night to serve you, yet they have little time to care for themselves." Leo snorted, his pride hurt. "I am the king," he said. "It is my right to command. The jungle exists to serve me, not the other way around." Eka, undeterred, spoke gently but firmly. "A true king does not rule with force and fear. A true king rules with wisdom and compassion. The jungle is not only for you, it is for all who live here. If you continue to take from it without giving, you will soon find yourself alone, with no one to rule." Leo laughed at the elephant's words. He was confident that his power and strength were enough to ensure his reign. But Eka's words lingered in his mind. Days passed and the jungle continued to wither. The riverbanks dried up, the trees began to lose their leaves, and the animals, exhausted from endless toil, started to grow weak. Even Leo, despite his great strength, began to feel the effects of the harsh conditions. His once shining coat began to lose its luster, and he found it harder to catch prey as the animals grew more wary and elusive. One morning, Leo ventured deep into the jungle, seeking food. As he walked, he encountered a small rabbit who had once been his loyal servant. The rabbit was trembling, its body thin and weak. "Where is the food, little rabbit?" Leo asked, his voice rough with hunger. The rabbit looked up at him with sad eyes. "The forest is no longer bountiful, King Leo. The crops are failing, the streams are drying up. We cannot feed you when there is nothing left." For the first time, Leo felt the weight of his actions. He realized that his arrogance and selfishness had drained the jungle of its vitality. He had ruled with an iron paw, not considering the well-being of those he ruled. Determined to make things right, Leo called upon the animals of the jungle to gather. The wise old Eka stood at his side as Leo spoke to the creatures who had once feared him. "I have been a foolish king," Leo admitted, his voice filled with remorse. "I have only taken from the jungle and forgotten that I must also give. I see now that a true king is one who cares for his people and his land. From now on, I will work alongside you to restore the jungle to its former glory." Eka smiled, proud of Leo's change of heart. The animals, surprised but hopeful, agreed to work together. Leo no longer ordered the animals. Instead, he worked beside them, planting trees, clearing the streams, and gathering food for all. Slowly but surely, the jungle began to recover. In time, the river flowed again, the trees grew tall and lush, and the animals thrived. Leo became a king not through fear and power, but through kindness, wisdom, and the understanding that true leadership is about serving others. And so, the jungle flourished under Leo's new rule, and he became known as the King of Hearts, for he ruled with compassion and love for his kingdom. Moral of the story: true leadership is not about power or control. It is about serving and caring for those you lead. A wise leader understands that their role is to uplift others, not to dominate or exploit them. Compassion, wisdom, and respect for others are the foundations of a lasting and meaningful reign.